Start. Good evening, students. Today also we are going to continue relations and functions. Someone asked a doubt about the transitivity. I will write the transitivity. Right, now listen, all of you know that for the given set A, the relation defined by r equal to x comma y such that x and y belongs to the set A is said to be transitive. Some of you are having doubts, that's why said to be transitive if for all A comma B comma C belongs to the set A, if A comma B belongs to R, B comma C belongs to R, then A comma C belongs to R. We have to check these both are available or not. Right. Now the rule they have defined for this is, already I told you many a time, if the second, it is rule for transitivity. If the second order pair does not exist, it should be, it is the rule they have defined, it should be considered as transitive only. So you should take this as transitive. I gave you many examples, many a time I said that the second order pair does not exist, it should be transitive. Like that only they have defined the rule. Okay, right, now listen, for example, R equal to, simply if you are saying 3 comma 2 is transitive according to the rule, because second order pair does not exist. So you know that here the element, this order pair ending with 2, nothing is starting with 2. Suppose if you have like this, it is 1 comma 2, it is also called transitive only. So this is the rule they have defined. So we have to follow the rule. If the second order pair does not exist, it should be considered as transitive. Right. Now, yesterday's question, some of you have sent the correct answer to me. I was very happy. The first one is, simply I am writing only the relation. The first relation is A equal to x comma y belongs to R cross R. It is a Cartesian product. Then y minus x is an integer. So this should be considered as this. We proved already for I think x minus y. So it will be true for y minus x also. So it is an equivalence relation. We all know that. The next one is B equal to x comma y belongs to R cross R. Then what is given? X is equal to alpha y. This one be for some rational alpha. Right. Now this we are going to check first the reflexive. Now listen, for all A belongs to the set A, It is A comma A belongs to R is the condition for reflexive. Now look at this one. Suppose if you go for X comma X belongs to R, which implies X is equal to alpha X. You know that alpha is some fractions. So you can take alpha as 1. It will be satisfied X is equal to X. It's alpha 1 is nothing but you can call that one as a rational number. So X equal to X, therefore it is true. So reflexive is true. Now we'll go for the next one. This is called reflexive. So it is reflexive. Any fraction, any value of alpha you have to take. Now we are going for symmetric. Symmetric, now listen, I am going to take, suppose it is 0 comma 2 belongs to R cross R, right, which implies, can you tell me what is this? X is 0, Y is 2. 0 equal to alpha into 2. 2 alpha equal to, 2 alpha equal to 0 and alpha equal to, you will get that alpha equal to 0 by 2, which is 0. It is possible. Now, when I am going for 2 comma 0 belongs to R cross R implies, you see that what it is, it will be X is 2. So, take that 2 equal to alpha into 0. You see that if you multiply, what it becomes? 2 equal to 0. Not possible. Not possible. Otherwise, you can say alpha equal to 2 by 0, which is not defined. Therefore, it is not symmetric. Therefore, it is not symmetric. So, it is not an equivalence relation. So, A is an equivalence relation, but B is not an equivalence relation. So, A is true, but B is not true. That is the answer for that sum. So, second sum, you know that you know to do. It will satisfy reflexive and transitive, whereas it is not symmetric. All of you, I have given for permutation and combination, full and full theory with actually mains and advanced level problems I have given. You have to go through everything, distribution of elements from identical to distinct, distinct to distinct, and again the rank of the word in the matrix, the rank of the word in the dictionary, and like that I have given many things, many concepts, the point of intersection of the line, point of intersection of the circle, the point of intersection of the line and the circle, and how you are getting the formula, the number of diagonals of a polygon of having n sides equal to nc2 minus n. I have given how we are getting that formula and all. I have given all important questions and how many of you have gone through, and you have to take it in a notebook separately. So this theory I have collected, so you should take it very important for your JEE mains as well as advanced. Right. Now some small things we see that. Listen carefully again. Make it as a note. Let A equal to 1, 2, 3. Now, then R equal to 1 comma 1, 2 comma 2, 3 comma 3 is called an equivalence relation. Is called an equivalence relation. This should be right. Now you know that it satisfies the reflexive, and if you take for symmetric 1 comma 1 and 1 comma again, if you put it in reverse way also it is 1 comma 1. So it is symmetric and second order pair does not exist. That's why it is transitive. So please remember that for the set A equal to 1, 2, 3, and then the relation R equal to 1 comma 1, 2 comma 2, 3 comma 3 is an equivalence relation, and this is the smallest equivalence relation. Smallest equivalence relation. Please note it down. I will give some 2-3 problems. It is related to KCET only. Very simple thing. Okay, please let me go for the next one. All of you know, in a set A 1, 2, 3, the relation R 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3 is an equivalence relation, which will be the smallest equation, the smallest equivalence relation. Right. Now, I am going to give some problems. The maximum number of equivalence relation in the set A, which is equal to 1 comma 1, 2 comma 2, it is 1, 2, 3. In the set 1, 2, 3. So I am giving the options. It is just a KCET problem. Now listen. So the first option is 1, second option is 2, third option is 3, and the fourth option is 5. Right. Now I am going to write all the 5 equivalence relation. I am starting from the smallest equivalence relation. The maximum number of equivalence relations are first, I am starting with first smallest equivalence relation. What is that? 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. It is fully related to KCET problems. R2. Now listen. 1 comma 1. It should be reflexive. You know that all the relations, these 3 will come. Next we are going for 1 comma 2 and 2 comma 1. Right. Now listen. Here these elements, and symmetric means 1 comma 2 is there, 2 comma 1 is there. So therefore it is symmetric. 1 comma 2 belongs to R, 2 comma 1 belongs to R, 1 comma 1 also belongs to R. Therefore it is another equivalence relation. I think you are able to find the next one. 1 comma 1, 2 comma 2, 3 comma 3, 3 comma 2 and 2 comma 3. This is also an equivalence relation. And R4, 1 comma 1, 2 comma 2, 3 comma 3 and 1 comma 3 and 3 comma 1. Right. Now this is the smallest equivalence relation. The largest equivalence relation will be R5 equal to, actually R will be the universal A cross B. All the elements will be coming in this. So you can say 1 comma 1, 2 comma 2, 3 comma 3, 1 comma 2, 2 comma 1 and 1 comma 3, 3 comma 1, again 3 comma 2 and 2 comma 3. Right. Now you can check how many elements are there. 3, 6 and 9. Okay. Right. So the number of smallest equivalence relation will be equal to n if the number of elements in the set is n. Here it is 3, so this will be 3. The number of of elements in the largest equivalence relation will be n square. Here you are having 3 elements, 3 square, so totally it will be 9. So 5 is the right answer. Now, any doubts you have, you should ask me. Children, you are free to send any doubts to me. The maximum number of equivalence relation in the set A, 2 when 1, 2 and 2, 1 are added. If these two are added, how many we will have? Again, you can take the option as 1, 2. Simply you take none of this because you have got the answer in the first thing. In the relation, what should be added? 1, 2, 2, 1. Right now, so it should be an equivalence relation. So it should be reflexive. First, you concentrate on that. It is 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, and it should be added 1, 2 and 2, 1. So this is the first one. Sometimes they will give only 1, 2. That time you have to take 2, 1 also to be it is symmetry. Right. The second one will be to make it R1, R2 again. So 1, 3 and 3, 1. Only this will be the two equivalence relation when simply 1, 2 is added also. These are the two. So the answer is 2. Right. Now I am giving some homework. One sum I will give us homework because it is a routine sum. So before that, I want to solve the problem once again. 2 divides a minus b, because I will tell you some simple method for the lower class students. It will be easy to understand, children. Listen to me carefully. Show that same sum I am doing once again in the form of a, b, because in your book it is in the form of a, b. Show that the relation or in the set of integers z defined by r equal to a, b such that 2 divides a minus b. Same you have done already. And this, so how to remember this I will tell you. So same thing you write it in this form. So this belongs to this for the children. So for the children finding it difficult to write, I am saying this. This belongs to this implies this. First you start with for all a, b belongs to the set of integer. You have this like this. This belongs to a, b belongs to r. Remember, always you follow this way only. This belongs to this implies this we will write. So implies 2 divides a minus b. This I have written the same thing in another form. So here also if you want to include for all a, b belongs to the integer. Right, now listen. So how we are going to prove reflexive? Now for reflexive you have to take only one element. You are going to replace b by a. So remember that children, it is for the children those who are finding it difficult. So it is, now listen, a comma a. The entire sentence you make it in the place of b, replace a. A comma a belongs to R implies 2 divides a minus a equal to 0. So 2 divides 0, all of you know 0 is divisible by 2. Right. Therefore all of you know to write. So write the same statement in this form. Then it will be easy for you. Right. Therefore it is reflexive. It is for the children those who are finding how to write or any confusion. This is the way you have to write. Okay. Now the symmetric. For all a comma b belongs to the set of integers if a comma b, same thing, you are going to write it in the same form. If a comma b belongs to R implies 2 divides a minus b. The same thing you are writing as it is, children, here for symmetric. Right. Now listen, it is for symmetric. All of you know to write this in this form. Now remember this. This belongs to this implies the same thing. Write as it is. This for all a comma b belongs to the integer. We are writing it here. So all of you are following it. So easily you can score 3 marks in this. Remember that. 2 divides a minus b. Now listen. Now from this statement we are going to form another statement. What is that? 2 divides minus of b minus a. If you are taking minus in common, a minus b becomes b minus a. So when 2 divides minus of a minus b, which implies 2 divides b minus a. Okay, right. Now again you will say that b comma a belongs to R. Therefore it is symmetric. Therefore it is symmetric. Right. Any doubt in this? So all of you know to write it in this form. So now listen this. So easy way of writing, I told you, write the same thing in this way. Next one, we are going to prove for transitivity. I will keep what is down. You may, some of you may note it down. That's why I am keeping what is in the here. Now listen, transitive. For all a comma b comma c belongs to the integer if a comma b belongs to R implies 2 divides a minus b. Another one also given to you. What is the next one given to you? This is also given to you. B comma c belongs to R implies 2 divides b minus c. Right. Using these two, you have to form the new statement. What is that? The sum. So a minus b is divisible by 2. B minus c is divisible by 2. Its sum is also divisible by 2. So now you will say that 2 divides the sum of a and a minus b and b minus c. Now you can cancel this. So which implies 2 divides a minus c. Okay. Now I will rub this. Children, listen to me that what I said, write it in another form and you can do this easily, you can write everything. Now listen, so you have to end by a comma c belongs to R. Which is wrong? Writing A minus C belongs to R is wrong, right? So A minus C is an integer. Remember that, okay? Right. So this is, therefore it is transitive. So it is, you have to prove it is an equivalence relation, whether I completed or not, right? So therefore it is transitive. How will you conclude this? Since it is reflexive, symmetric and transitive, it is an equivalence relation. Okay, all of you should know that how you are rewriting this. Now one question I am going to give us homework. Remember, for the transitivity, second order pair, it's there, you will be checking whether it is transitive or not. So if it is not there, the rule according to transitivity, it should be transitive. Right. Now one homework sum I give children. Homework. R equal to x comma y such that, you know that what is the set, what is the set related to R? The set of all human beings staying in the town, okay, right. R equal to x comma y such that x and y lives in the same locality. Right. Now just one small help I do is, as I told you already, this belongs to this, implies this. So you can start with, for all x comma y belongs to the set A. Here no bracket, remember that the set of elements should be separated only by comma, not by brackets. Bracket comes, they are called relations. Right. Now listen, for all x comma y belongs to A. How will you write this one? As I told you already, this belongs to this. X comma y belongs to R, implies you have to write x and y lives in the same locality. Okay, right. Now what will you do for transitive? You know that reflexive, you know. As I told you already, take it as homework. For reflexive, here only one element comes, y will not come. For all x belongs to A, what will you say here? Instead of x comma y, say y should be replaced by x. X comma x belongs to R, implies x and x lives in the same locality. That means what? Any person himself will be living in the same locality. Any doubt in this? Right. So at last you write x and x lives in the same locality, which means x and x, he himself will be, or the person himself will be living in the same locality. So I think you will proceed this, you will do this sum. Take it as homework. How I follow the steps, you follow that. The next sum. Look at this. Though one boy was having doubt in the transitivity second order pair, you listen this sum. So next I am going for the fifth one, third. R equal to x comma y such that x is 7 centimeter taller than y. X is 7 centimeter taller than y. Now listen, how I asked you to rewrite this. For all x and y belongs to the set A, x comma y belongs to R, implies x is 7 centimeter taller than y. Okay, it is not true, so we are going to give some, prove it by giving some examples or anything. Now listen to me carefully how I am writing this. So I am going to prove reflexive. For all x belongs to the set A, x comma x does not belongs to R, which means what? The person himself cannot be 7 centimeter taller. So, therefore, it is not reflexive. It is not reflexive. Right. Now, symmetric, how will you say that? Symmetric. For all x comma y belongs to the set A. Set A is the set of human beings living in the town. So now x comma y belongs to R. This is given. This is the condition that we have to take. From this we have to check whether y comma x belongs to R. X comma y belongs to R implies x is 7 centimeter taller than y. So means what? Y is not 7 centimeter taller than x. Actually, y will be 7 centimeter shorter than y. So, x. Therefore, what will we say here? Y comma x does not belongs to R. Therefore, it is not transitive. It is not transitive. Right. Now listen. We are going for the, sorry, it is not symmetric. It is not symmetric. It is not symmetric. Right. Next we are going for transitivity. All of you are following, children, how to write the easiest way I am telling you. Please follow, children. So every time you have to take. So for all the elements belonging to the set, this belongs to this, implies this, like that you can write. Right. Now listen to me. I am taking transitive. For all x comma y comma z belongs to the set A, x comma y belongs to R implies x is 7 centimeter taller than y. Taller than y. So I am just keeping as it is. Some of you may be noting down, or else let me reference. Right. Now listen to me. Again, this is also given. If this is true and this is true, what about the third pair? Okay, y comma z belongs to R implies y is 7 centimeter taller than z. Okay, right. From this, what will you get, children? X is not 7 centimeter taller than. You know that? How it will be? He will be 14 centimeter taller. Okay. So therefore, it is not transitive. So the relation is neither reflexive nor symmetric and not transitive. You have to conclude like that. Okay, so therefore it is neither reflexive nor symmetric nor transitive. Okay, this is the way you have to write. Next we are going for the next sum. Fourth one. In fifth it is D. This is C already. D is given as homework. Is it C? Whatever it is. Right. Now listen. I am taking another question. The next question I am taking. R equal to x comma y for the same set x comma y such that x is a y for y. X is a y for y. Listen, the boy is having doubt in transitivity. You have to listen to me this one. How I am going to put transitivity? Right. First, let us write whether. Let us find out whether it is reflexive or not. Okay. Right. Now listen to me. As I told you, no children. How will you write? For all x comma y, no brackets here, belongs to the set A. All of you are following? Right. Now how will you say here? X comma, this belongs to this. Every time you write like this. So easily you can score 3 marks with this. This belongs to this implies this. X is a y for y. Write like this and keep it. You can see this statement. You can write all the 3. Right now we are going for reflexive. Reflexive for all, only one element you have to take. For all x belongs to the set A, x comma x does not belongs to R. First itself you have to say does not belongs to R. Why? Any person cannot be wife of himself. Okay, so x is not a wife. X means right here any person cannot be wife to himself. Therefore, it is not reflexive. All of you following? Right. It is not reflexive. Right. Now, next we are going for symmetric. For all, same statement will come as it is. For all x comma y, no bracket, belongs to the set A, x comma y belongs to R. Implies x is a y for y. X is a y for y. Will you say that y is a y for x? No. Y will be the husband of x. So which you will complete this as y is not a y for x. So what will you say? Y comma x does not belongs to R. Sometimes I forget to put does not, children. You please note it down and remind me also. Does not belongs to R. Therefore, it is not symmetric. It is not symmetric. Right. Any doubt in this? Now, we are going for transitive. The boy who is having doubt in transitivity, second order pair, listen to me. This. Okay. I am going to ask you only. You should answer from there. Right. Now, listen. Transitive. For all x comma y, sorry, what you should not do, belongs to the set A, x comma y belongs to R, implies x is a y for Y. Now, X is the wife of Y means Y is the husband. So, will you go for the next ordered pair? So, is it possible to have Y is the wife of someone else? Y himself is a husband. He cannot be the wife of someone else. So, second ordered pair does not exist. Therefore, it is transitive. It is transitive. That is the rule that you have to follow. Here, second ordered pair does not exist. How will you say does not exist? Y is already a husband. He cannot be a wife of someone else. So, second order pair is not possible. In that case, therefore it is transitive. Right. So, next sum. Understood all of you? Remember that transitivity. Now we are going for next sum. I don't know the number, I am writing it in. So R equal to X comma Y such that X is a father of Y. X is the father of Y. Okay. All of you know to do by yourselves. So children, those who are finding to write the sentence, if it is confusing, as I told you already, this belongs to this, implies this. Like that, you will keep it in another form, and we will take for all the three relations, we will be using that same statement only. Right, now listen to me. Right, now what will you say here? For all belongs to the set A, this belongs to this. We are keeping it in another form. Implies X is a father of Y. All of you know to prove this reflexive. For X, repeat, we are doing at one idea very well, but for the some children having some doubts how to write the statements, right? That's why I am writing it again and again. For all X belongs to the set A, X comma X belongs to R implies it is not belonging to R. Why? X is not the father of X, which implies, what will you say? Any person cannot be father to himself. So therefore, it is not reflexive. Therefore, it is not reflexive. Just go through that. Therefore, it is not reflexive. Now, symmetric. I am asking the children to write. What is this? For all, same thing you are going to write. For all X comma Y belongs to the set A, X comma Y belongs to R implies X, as it is you will write. The next statement only you should find out. X is the father of Y. So, will you say that Y is the father of X? No, Y is the son of X. You will say that, which implies Y is not the father of X. Therefore, you will say that y comma x does not belongs to R. Therefore, it is not symmetric. These are all just for learning. It is a learning process only. So difficult sum, what are the difficult sums they will ask in the exam? But the concept is same. How we will rewrite this as this way. If you are rewriting like this, it will be easy to solve. Transitivity, listen. I think I can drop this also. Transitive. For all x comma belongs to the set A, x comma y belongs to R, implies x is a father of y. Next one also given these two conditions. Using these two conditions, you are going to find the new statement. Okay, y comma z belongs to R implies y is a father of z. Right. So which implies that, what is the relationship between x and z? So which will be, x will be the grandfather of z. What will you say here? Which implies x is not the father of, so which implies x comma z does not belongs to R. Therefore, it is neither reflexive nor symmetric nor transitive. Again, listen to me. We are going for an important question. This will be asked in 3 marks. So, we are going to prove that all the 3 are not true by giving an example. Okay, any doubt you have in this? We are going for the next sum. Question number 2. Now only we are coming to question number 2. The relation or in the set of real numbers, so real numbers means you make it capital R. You must know the difference between this R, this R. This is the relation and this is the set of real numbers. Okay, defined as R. This is the relation. It is A comma B such that A is less than or equal to B square is, it is given, show that it is neither reflexive nor symmetric. You can take any example to say that it is not true. Right now I am going to check the reflexive. So, nor transitive. To say that it is not true, as I told you already, you can, whenever A less than or equal to B square, A less than or equal to B cube comes, for reflexive, you take the number A equal to 1 by 2. So, to say that it is not reflexive. So, now listen, let A equal to 1 by 2. Here, 1 by 2 is not less than or equal to 1 by 2 square. So will you say that 1 by 2 is less than or not? Not, you have to write 1 by 2 is not less than or equal to 1 by 4. Therefore, it is not reflexive. You have to take some numbers. It is a set of real numbers. You can take any real number. Okay, if I am going fast, just I am relaxing for 1 or 2 minutes. Just go through that. A equal to 1 by 2. What is that? A comma A belongs to R. Implies what is that? A should be less than or equal to A square. But here you can say that for all A belongs to the set A comma A does not belongs to R, implies A is not less than or equal to A square. You can write it in general form also, or just give one example. Always give an example. Right. Next, I am going for, shall I prove here? I am going to check symmetry. Not proving, I am checking. Right. Now, these numbers you have to remember. I also remember some numbers. Okay, that in the exam you cannot go and think about the numbers. Just remember some numbers. A equal to 2 and B equal to 5. Okay, right. Now you can say that for all 2 comma 5 belongs to R, 2 is less than or equal to 5 square. Okay, but what you have to prove? But 5 comma 2 does not belongs to R, since 5 is not less than or equal to 2 square. 5 is not less than 4. So take some examples. So you will say that it is, I will write here, therefore it is not symmetric. So just you have to remember some numbers. Now I am going for transitivity. I will rub this side because if I am partitioning, my letters are very small. So all of you following children, any doubt in this? Right. Now listen to me. We proved it is neither reflexive, it is not reflexive, and whether we wrote it or not, it is not reflexive. Whether it is not reflexive, and again it is not symmetric. Right. Now we are checking the transitivity. Transitive. For this also I am going to take 2 numbers. Just I remember these 2 numbers. Two comma minus 2 comma. Let us check this one. So it is true that A is less than or equal to B square. We are checking this. So A 2 is less than or equal to minus 2 square, which is true. Next we are going for B is less than or equal to C square. Check that it is. So B is minus 2 is less than or equal to 1 square, which is also true. Now we are going to, which implies we are going to check 2 is not less than or equal to minus 1 square. 1 square, sorry. It is 1 square. 2 is not less than 1 square. So 2 is not less than 1. Therefore, it is not transitive. So you can say that it is neither reflexive nor symmetric and nor transitive. Important question. Many a time they ask this question in 3 marks. You remember that? Any doubt on this? Right. Next we are going for just you can take any other number also, children. Students will say different numbers. You can also try with the different numbers, but when you are going for the exam, you should remember some numbers. In the exam, you should not think to write. Third sum, what is the third sum? Let's see. Third one. I think all of you are following this. For this particular sum, you have to take examples. So everybody can do this sum. Okay, it is not difficult for you. So these are full and full concept related. Again, I am going for functions. Many concepts are there. Composite function, many concepts are there. Binary operations, many concepts are there. So this track is fully complex, concept oriented. So you should be attentive in class. Check whether the relation are defined by in the set A equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 as R equal to, the relation R is A comma B such that B equal to A plus 1. You are going to check this is reflexive, symmetric or transitive. Right. The easy method for you is, what are the elements given here? The elements given here are 1 to 6. Okay. Right now I am going to write for that B equal to A plus 1. Right. Now listen to me. Let's go for first element will take when A equal to 1, B equal to, what is that? 1 plus 1, 2. When A equal to 2, B equal to 2 plus 1 equal to 3. When A equal to 3, B equal to 3 plus 1 equal to 4. When A equal to 4, B equal to 4 plus 1, 5. Again, B equal to 5 plus 1 equal to 6. Will you go for the next one? If you take A equal to 6 and B will become 7. So 7 is not there in the set. Right now we are going to write the relation, children. What is that? The first one. So 1 comma 2. A comma B, no? 1 comma 2, 2 comma 3, 3 comma 4, 4 comma 5, 5 comma 6. That's all. Right. Now listen to me. This is the ordered pair. I am writing it in roster form. Right. Now listen to me. How will you say that it is not reflexive? Here, simply one example. 1 belongs to the set A, but 1 comma 1 does not belongs to R. All of you know, right? So reflexive means what is that, children? A belongs to A. The set A means A comma A should be belonging to R, but it is not belonging to R. One example is enough for you. Therefore, it is not reflexive. It is not reflexive. Right. Now, next I am going to prove for symmetric. I think I can drop this. Now, we need only the relation. How will you prove symmetric? Here, first element you take. 1 comma 2 belongs to R, but very simple. The reverse is not here. Does not belong to R. Therefore, it is not symmetric. What is symmetric, children? If A comma B belongs to R, B comma A should also be belonging to R. Therefore, it is not symmetric. Transitive. Okay. The boy who was having doubt in transitivity, you see that the second order pair exists. So, it is finishing with the 2 and here starting with the 2. Right. Now, listen. Here, 1 comma 2 belongs to R. 2 comma 3 belongs to R. So what should be there? But 1 comma 3 does not belongs to R. Therefore, it is not transitive. It is not transitive. So, any doubt in this? Therefore, it is neither reflexive nor symmetric nor transitive. So I think all of you follow this. Just one JW question I'll give. It is a very simple question. I am sending by next week total of JW questions in WhatsApp. Only in relations. The first question, let R be the real consider the following subsets of the plane over S is equal to x comma y such that y equal to x plus 1 and 0 less than x less than 2. Next we are taking t equal to x comma y such that x minus y is an integer. All of you know that x minus y is an integer or x minus y or y minus x is an integer will be an equivalence relation. All of you know that. So which of the following is true? Which of the following is true. Okay, I will drop everything now. I have finished.
Finishing that.
I will finish this question. Okay. The first one, neither S nor T is an equivalence relation. Both S and T are equivalence relation. Third, S is an equivalence relation but T is not. I am not completing it. It is understood that T is not means T is not an equivalence relation. So T is an equivalence relation but S is not. So tomorrow, yes, I say now, you have to do this sum. Okay, right. Now I have given along with that 3 homeworks. Please do it. Any doubt you have, you can send message. Okay children, I am finishing this class. Take care and thank you.